Hi, and welcome to 3 Things in 3 Minutes. I'm Nersi. Today we are looking at Expedition's Gears of Corruption. From Stonemaier Games, the expansion increases the play count to 6 players and play still plays in 60 to 90 minutes. So what it's about, Expedition's Gears of Corruption is the first expansion to the Expedition's board game. It is part expansion, part upgrade, and part errata pack. So the core gameplay is the same though, so check out that video if you haven't yet. The errata components include a replacement tile and cards for misprints. So there are a few upgrades that help readjust and correct the game, starting wild hero workers, dual layer player mats, value 2 corruption tokens, and map tokens with bonuses. The expansion portion includes 2 new mechs, 4 new character companion pairs, and a corrupted mech that blocks spaces, robs resources from players, and provides a new way of obtaining corruption rewards. What I like, the rebalancing and adjustment components of Expedition are surprisingly the most compelling. Most importantly are the hero workers, which function as any kind of worker, freeing your first couple turns from rushing to grab the workers and speeding up the early gameplay. Now the value 2 corruption tokens also help there be smaller swings when adding corruption to the tiles, and the bonuses you get from the new map tokens incentivize exploring more than just trying to get the tokens to complete glory. The other big addition is the corrupted mech, which comes out when the first glory token is placed. So the mech activates before that player's turn going forward, moving based on a deck of cards to block spaces, and if it tries to move into space with another player, it'll cost that player a listed resource. Now, it can make certain areas of the map more dangerous and add some unpredictable dynamics to the game. And while other changes like the new mechs are more minor, a couple of the new characters are particularly compelling, including one pair that acquires corruption more easily and uses it to change the normal quest-solving mechanic, which creates a much more different gameplay than many of the other characters. Now, points to consider. Most of the reason to get Gears of Corruption is how it essentially repairs some of the parts of the base game, making it more of a correction than a full-featured big expansion. So make no mistake, these changes make it the definitive way to play Expeditions, but for now you can only get these changes through the expansion. The game also does add components for a 6th player, but it really doesn't change the gameplay mechanics other than providing more pieces for the 6th player, which means that the game will probably just be longer when you add that player in. And the corrupted mech will feel more compelling at higher player counts as it's more likely to attack and block players. It's easy enough to ignore at lower player counts, and because it comes out mid-game, it can be challenging to remember that suddenly the player who revealed it now has to manage a new mechanic every turn. So, in summary, Gears of Corruption provides some important changes and corrections to the base game of Expeditions, but getting those changes means you'll need the expansion. There's some interesting and new additions, including some fun new character abilities, though the 6-player edition is mostly minor, and the corrupted mech adds some much needed dynamic and predictable gameplay, provided you remember it and play at higher player counts. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.